think we're live now. What's up, everybody? Can you hear me good? Good? Yo, handyman. Hey, Chris. Pat came over from Instagram. Just making sure everything's good. We'll let some people come in, like always. And I need to look up. I had a Q&A on my Instagram. Posted it kind of late, but I got a few questions we can go over. And of course, if you guys have any questions, hit up the chat. Let me look for those questions. Somebody asked me about tools. I think it was you. Wait. Handyman. So I have some tools with me. Show and tell. So hey guys, welcome to the Reliable HVACR live stream. If you're new here, please subscribe. Don't forget to drop a like. And yeah, if you can't stay for the whole video, for the whole live stream, or you can't watch it later, it's a podcast. I upload it the next day everywhere that you listen to podcasts. And I appreciate everybody's support. Hitting 5K on YouTube was a little goal of mine. And I'm so, happy that we made it there. And have some videos that I need to catch up on, get some more videos posted for you guys. But yeah, appreciate everybody who's here, subscribed, helped out to get to the 5K there. George, yo, Commercial Kitchen Chronicles, hilarious short you just posted. I'm gonna try and I'm about to look that up after. I don't think I've seen it yet. Steve, what's up? Commercial Kitchen Chronicles, started following you last week. Love your channel. Yeah, man, Pat, when you can, upload some more. I don't know if I'm biased, but I like the whole kitchen side. So if you post some more of that stuff, that'd be awesome. Little goal. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, you got to reach out for those the bigger stuff, like what Rick's doing, Chris and all them with all those crazy. What, I don't even know what Rick's at. He's like 20 something. And of course, Chris, 120,000. Where am I? Anwar, what's up? Congrats on 5K. Thanks, George. Ice cream guy, yo, what's up? Pat, I may break 300 by the end of the month. It's a long road, dude. Thanks, I'm trying. It's a long road. When I started, I just kept posting. Of course, you want to make sure you're putting out stuff that you're proud of, but it just takes time. I try to follow a lot of the new guys too. I'm subscribed to a lot of the new channels, the HVAC channels, and I'll go in and comment and try and talk to them, see what they're up to. I love seeing all the HVAC guys that are coming up. So keep posting, and yeah, being consistent is what helps. Ice cream guy, been digging the live streams. Thanks. That means a lot. I didn't know how this would go, but like I said, as long as people keep showing up, chatting with me for a little bit, keep doing them. Trying to keep it weekly. So far, I don't think I've missed. Yeah. And like I said, normally we just go through the chat. I do have a topic. I don't have one for today. I just want to thank you guys for being subscribers, getting me to 5K. Like I said, means a lot. That was a pretty good goal that I wanted to hit soon, like this year. So we got there before the end of the year. And I'm going to try and catch up on some videos, get some videos posted out for you guys, and keep going. I'm anything but consistent, and it hurts. It's on your own time. When you start, it's really on your own time. So like, you don't have to force anything out either. But whenever you want to do a video, just go for it. I always try and tell myself, to take a break, stop posting so much. But like once you get in the flow, you just want to be like kind of doing that if that's what you like. I've always liked editing photos and videos, so this was just a thing that I wanted to try out, and it worked out for me. And it's just crazy working with Fieldpiece. This week I have a video coming out for Elitech. Those kind of companies that I got to see at AHR. At that time, I didn't have that many subscribers. I didn't even know who I was. But now I've been working with them throughout the year, and that's been great. I think I mentioned in the last live stream, Sporland even reached out to me. I'm going to be at the next AHR on Sporland's podcast, I guess. They do a podcast there. I know I saw Chris doing it last year. They're going to have Chris. They're going to have Trevor Matthews and a whole bunch of other guys. So when they asked me, I was like, yeah, no brainer. I'll do it. Anwar, the HVACR social media industry has boomed this year. Yeah, it's gone up a lot. I'm glad to see more people on there because that's where I kind of like got to know a lot of the guys. Every platform has their own creators and all that. And it's cool when you can reach out and get answers to things because everybody's experience is different. And there's a group on Instagram that I talk to, keep in touch with. Here, I love, reaching out to you guys through the comments and stuff when I can. And then over on TikTok, there's a whole group over there too. I'm still trying to figure that out, but it's there, and I have one. If you guys are on TikTok, check me out. Having a little bit of trouble posting today. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it, though. Still trying to figure it out. Sorry, guys. Randy, I have a question, if anyone can answer. I have an Aprilaire Model 8444 thermostat. I was wondering if there's a way to adjust the cycles per hour setting on it somehow. Well, we'll see if anybody has ever worked on one. I don't think I've seen an Aprilaire thermostat. There's a way to adjust the cycles. Steve, there's a bunch of new guys with good channels. Yeah. And try to check them out, see what they're posting. And a lot of them are pretty good. I mean, I feel like they're better than when I started too. Like when I started, I felt like, I haven't deleted any of those videos. They're still up if you want to go watch like how I started. But I think they're kind of trash. So, yeah, like you come a long way after you start, but a lot of the guys that are starting right now are just hitting the ground running, and they're doing really well. Do you recommend a specific meter for an apprentice to start with? I'm a Fluke man, so I went ahead and bought the 324, 325. If anybody has any experience with Fluke, maybe you can answer what meter that you recommend. But I'm a field piece guy. I will always recommend field piece. I started with that straight out of school, so uh, if I had to pick one, I'd go with the one in the middle, the SC. I think it's a 460 or 480. No. See, I have the 680. If I were to recommend a field piece, this is really the all-in-one if you want 1 meter to do them all. I can't get over like the swivel head. I like that it has 2 magnets on the strap and the lead storage. Bonus is the bigger display because you get more space. You have 2. Let's see if I can turn it on. You get 2 lines right there, and you can read a couple of things at the same time. Little light on the dial too. Like, I don't know, this thing is just like an all-in-one that I tried it because Fieldpiece sent it out to me. I never had the intention of buying one, but now that I have it, I can't go back. So that's the one that I use. And if I had to recommend one for you to get as a starter, I guess the 480, the SC 480, which is just going to be like the smaller version that everybody likes. The only thing is it's not going to have everything that I mentioned, but it has all the basic functions, pretty much just the same as this one. This one's going to have a few more, but it's really the physical features that it has that I love. Where are we? Randy Laz, what's going on, man? Everything HVAC, no doubt. My first videos are shot vertical. I guess you couldn't figure out, turn the camera. Yeah, I don't even want to look at my first videos. Where are we? Ray's apartment, what's up? Richie, wish I could talk, but rocking R290 at the moment. You're waiting for the temp to drop. Man, I haven't worked on one yet. I ran into one, but they didn't want me to touch it because it was under warranty and the company was going to go back, the ones that sold it to them. Commercial Kitchen Chronicles. I use the SC 680 and it's amazing. That's just going to be my personal preference. I had the same concern about how large it was, but if you have a meter bag, it fits. If you have a backpack, it fits. If you have a smaller tool pouch, you're going to probably have to put it on the outside pocket, which most Vitos accommodate for that. If not, like I said, you would have a meter bag like an MB2, an MB3. I had no issues with that. It'll fit in most bags. It's just some people want a smaller meter. Now, the only thing is those same people probably put a whole impact in their tool pouch. I don't carry an impact daily, mostly because of the size and the weight. And just to keep myself from stripping out screw holes and stuff, I just do an electric screwdriver. Just keep it simple. It fits really well in the bag, and I don't have to worry about messing anything up. If I know I'm going to drill, then I will take the impact. Steve, 680 for the win, for sure. I agree for a rookie. Yeah. What was it? The 480? It's a fan favorite. Anwar field piece is where it's at. I have the 682. Well, I'm glad everybody's a field piece person here. Waiting for the temp. I already read that. Pat, I'm a field piece ambassador, which means I teach for them. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if I'm an ambassador too. I make reviews on their videos that they send out. which is still like crazy to me. MB3, yeah, I love that bag. Just recently switched to the TPLC only because I overstuffed the MB3. I know I shouldn't have. And I kind of ditched my bigger backpack because I normally had the MB3 with the Tech Pack backpack. But ever since I got the TPLC, I just kind of rocked that and put as much as I could in it. And it really carries what I need. The only time I'm going to reach for the backpack is when I have a change out or something major on a rooftop unit and I want to make sure that I have like the right tools, because in that one I try not to carry multi-tools. I carry like individual wrenches, nut drivers and all that, versus my TPLC I'll carry all-in-ones, multi-tool, wire strippers and stuff like that. Pat, I carry the M12 Surge. Yeah, I love the Milwaukee impacts. It's all about trigger control, yeah. Which, like I said, the other reason was because of the weight. So, electric screwdriver, most of them are like just plastic. They don't weigh anything, so. Richie just replaced a compressor. Awesome. I had a leak on... You're waiting for 34. I had a leak on the evaporator on the one that I had ran into. I was really like excited to actually work on it, but I didn't get it. Pretty cool because you get to just open it up, let out the R290 or propane, whatever it is. And the only thing is I assume that you're not supposed to leave service ports or anything like that. You got to seal it back up. I think you're supposed to like pinch it off or something. Jaw Mac 2, get some. Tristan, the 902 FC or the 117? Anwar, I go slow on the M12 impact and one, and it goes perfect. Yeah, I don't know if people don't know that, or they don't. A lot of people have Milwaukee. I don't know if they bother to switch the speed. I always keep mine on 1, unless I'm going to drill something, then I'll change it. I think I use it on 1 like 90% of the time. Especially on a carrier, a Dakin, something that has like 100 screws that you gotta take out. If you're going to get a fluke, buy a bench meter. That is my choice. John McAtoo, 9 degrees up here this morning. We had a good 50, maybe a little bit colder, but that's what we had all day. It did rain a lot of wind, which sucked because I had to get up on a 24-foot roof. And I'm super happy. Like, I get excited for little tools, not necessarily like a field piece or anything, but my lockjaw ladder grip. I don't know if you guys have seen, I did a video on it. I think it got a lot of views, but basically it locks your ladder to a gutter. And once I got that was awesome. I did have a ladder fall on me one time a few months back, so that was kind of like a cool thing to get after that, even though I wish I had it then. The lockjaw ladder grip, for the most part, wherever I have to use the ladder, they do have a gutter, so I can lock it in and not worry about the wind taking it or my bungee falling off of it or anything like that. So that's something I got really excited for. And then I have a magnet that I made with a hook on it or a loop on it to hang my gauges and my tool bag. And someone sent me out their version of one. It's a black talon, I believe. They make a magnet. It's not as strong, so it can't hold a full weight. Like, I have to take out a couple things in the bag for it to hang. I forgot what the pounds it's rated for is, but it's basically the rubber magnet with what do you call it? Like a chip clip. And currently I'm using it to hold my gloves to my bag. And then if I need to prop up something, it's there. So those are the kinds of tools that I get, excited for. The very unique ones. And I try and show them off to you guys whenever I can in short little videos. But yeah, the lockjaw ladder grip, I used it today. And man, the winds were crazy, but the thing stayed put. Super glad that I have that now. And yeah, I don't have to worry about it anymore. Especially when I extend my ladder the full length that it is, because then, it gets wobbly and stuff. Richie, be careful. Don't let it out. Recover. Oh, I think you mentioned that last time. Because everybody just has to vent it. But yeah, I get you. I would say recover it if you're indoors. Let it out if you're outdoors. I don't know. Steve is a DeWalt guy. I don't see too many of those around here. Well, my dad is a DeWalt guy, so I'll give you that. Richie, 41 degrees. Good enough, Richie. Run. Go Bulls. Lakers are not the greatest team. Hey, man. They're, hopefully they're good this year. I don't know, man. I've been a fan ever since Jordan retired, so I'm going to keep rocking with them. But I was a Bulls fan when Jordan was there. Handyman Costco fuel, Riverside, California, $5.15. Ours went up to like $3.20, and that was like kind of hard for me because it was already like a $2.80 or $2.90. But I live in a totally different area. That's just how the prices are here, which is one of the reasons I'll never move. I like the living situations down here. Anwar, ladder on concrete is never fun. I've never had an accident. I did have a coworker who was actually related to me, and that was a whole mess. But he wasn't safe with it. He wasn't securing it. It was in the rain. I don't know what he was thinking. Luckily, he's fine. Just had a busted up leg for a while. Richie, never recover outdoor and in. Really, Steve, you do work for a DeWalt factory, so you can't get caught using Milwaukee. Handyman, your dad and I are DeWalt and Fluke guys. I know, my dad is a Fluke guy and a DeWalt guy. Yeah, he is smart. So I'm a Milwaukee and a Philippines guy. That's just how it is. Use your gas for a grill and just cover your food from the gas. I like my field piece. Oh, blue collar rebel in the house. 5K came quick. Congrats. Appreciate it. Richie, rock DeWalt for drills. They do have some good drills. Okay, let me get over here. Where was I? I have a few. Like I said, I posted this kind of late, so I only got a few questions, but I'll go over them right now. Checking in on the game. The Celtics are about to win. I need to hold on. Okay. Black and gold. Yeah. Raul, how did you start your business? Well, my dad started it technically, and it was not an HVAC business. So, oh, Richie, 36 and dropping, almost out of there. I personally also wait for it to cycle off, and depending on the situation, I usually wait. I mean, not at night, not at this time, but I'll wait a couple of cycles if we need to check the cut in and cut out. Yeah, so my dad started a business, hot food. So he does grills. He fixes grills, steamers, ovens, fryers, anything that you cook with in a restaurant. So that's why we're a commercial kitchen company. So he started at his own, or he started at a different business. Kind of got trained there because he was he was an electrician before that. So he knew how to work. He just didn't know hot food. He got trained there. Decided it was too much. Management, they expect a lot out of you. And he didn't like not being in the field. He was stuck in an office all day. So after that, started his own business. And then that's how I started out. We were just doing hot food and replacing. I was just a parts changer for that. So I was doing like thermopiles, pilots, changing out the knobs, the little things, height limits, stuff like that. And I wasn't really trained in it, but I did do that stuff for him at the beginning. Just a helper that I rode along with on the weekend and stuff. I still had my job at Sam's Club and everything. So that's how I started out. Then he wanted to do a refrigeration side just because he's like, I don't want them calling somebody else and having two different companies in the same kitchen. So I went to school for it. Shortly after, did it, all the requirements that I needed. School counts as some of your experience to take your test for your license and all that. So I just took care of the rest of it out of school right away, and I took my contractor's license shortly after. So I got it right away. And then I went to work with my dad, and we did the HVAC side. And I just got thrown into it. Had to learn on the go. Made a lot of mistakes, and that's how we started out. But yeah, he basically had built relationships at his old job. And once they found out that he left, they still wanted him, not necessarily the company he was at. So we had a few accounts when we started. Some of them were big. And from there, it's just like word of mouth. You can go around and leave flyers, cards, or brochures, and then pick up work that way. Sell people on maintenance contracts, stuff like that. And it's actually a good thing to take pictures. I know now, like I said, everything on Instagram has blown up. And there's a lot of HVAC guys on there and stuff, but it's actually good to take pictures to show your customers, like before and after, what maybe the previous company did wrong. And a lot of times they don't know because they're not on the roof. And if you show them, it kind of shows them that you can fix that stuff. They start trusting you more and things like that. So you just build up your business from there. Go around trying to do just good work, and you'll always find work in that manner. Oh yeah, handyman, you had asked me over on Instagram, reliable tools for an apprentice that are reasonably priced, not cheap, but are reasonably priced. So yeah, are there cheap tools to start with that don't cost a lot? And I saw that Steve actually said Harbor Freight. That was gonna be my answer. You beat me to it, Steve. So if you guys are, of course, Klein. I'd recommend Klein. 10 out of 10. So I don't know if you guys recognize this one. What brand do you think this is? These are a good one to have. I like multi-tools. This is a cutter. I use it on zip ties, and then it's a crimper too. It has insulated and non-insulated. Gotta pay mortgage fighting for the lady I'm in love with, but she says I am a stalker because I bought her a home. So I live with my pity. I'm trying to have all the contracts. Business is cold. Take care, gotta go home. See you later, man. Business will pick up. So yeah, this is not a Klein. This is Doyle. Looks exactly like Klein. Works just the same. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But that is Doyle. So if you go to Harbor Freight, I'd recommend Doyle or Icon. Those are the good ones at Harbor Freight. Mostly because they take others' designs and they make them just the same. I've had no issues with this. Cut's good. Like I said, I use this for mostly to cut zip ties, cut little things where I can't put or I don't have much space, and then it's a really good crimper. So yeah, to answer your question, Harbor Freight is not bad. There's some wrenches that I like at Walmart by the Heart brand. I don't think I have it here in my bag. I took it out. I took it out today and I forgot to put it back. Same thing for this. It looks like another brand, but it's a Doyle. So these are little channel locks that I keep. They work fine. Harbor Freight. I recently had upgraded, so I did get some Hvacr cutters, and these cut like butter. So I mean, I really love these. They're comfortable, but they're expensive. I think I got these off True Tech Tools. I had like a credit or points or something. But before that, I was using these, and now I put these in my other bag. I still use them, but Hvacr and Klein. So if you're gonna get a multi-tool like a wire stripper, this one from Klein is really good. Instead of buying several tools, you can have one. Well, that is a wire stripper. Pretty good needle nose. I get away with it, and it does have a crimper. So another way to save money is to get multi-tools like this. If you want to go with Klein, I really recommend this one. It works great. Everything on it works great. And the other brand that I was talking about, I do have a video on this one too. Looks exactly like Knipex, but it is a Icon. Now the only issue with this, I think I only bought one. Or no, I have one in each bag. because they were pretty cheap. It's solid. It's built well. It's almost identical. The only thing is the size on it is large. So like, I would have bought more if they had different sizes, but they as far as I know, they only have this one 10-inch. But it works great. I use it to remove caps, torque down different things, so I don't like damage anything with teeth. So now I know a lot of guys like to crank down on things with these kind of channel locks, but then you kind of ruin them. So that's where you would need the flat edges. So I use this and a crescent wrench, and I do most of my removing and putting back, like flares, caps, different things like that. And then this has been great. I mean, it's not the cheapest, but the all-in-one. Now this is two different parts. This is the 14-in-1. It did have the shaft or whatever with the 1/4-inch and 5/16 on it, and then of course has the bits inside. I bought this separate without the handle so that I could replace the other one, and then I can do most of my stuff with this. This is impact rated, so you can put it in your impact driver if you want to use it that way. And that's why I said, like, in this my everyday pouch, I carry more multi-tools. So this is another good one to have. If not this one, I would also recommend the HVAC 8-in-1. Basically, it's a 5/16 and 1/4-inch that you can adjust on one side, and then if you flip it, you take it out and flip it. It has some bits that you can switch around, and it's like a Schrader core remover, Phillips flat, and I think a thermostat screwdriver. So that one's a really good one too. I mean, I like Klein, so the stubby too. I went with this one. Again, I had to buy them separate because I didn't like the one that it came with. So this is a reversible bit. And then got all the little bits in here because Klein allows you to put little drill bits on this side for your Phillips flathead and all that. So those are some cool tools that I have there. Some recommendations like you asked. Oh, and the chat went off, so let me get back on here. And where I learned a lot from my mistakes. That's how you're going to learn in the field. You can go to school, you can have all the teaching knowledge, like everything by the book, but you're going to run into these different situations that they're not preparing you for in school. So you go out there. If you make a mistake, don't take it too hard. Just make sure you don't do it again. You fix your mistake, and you just get the thing going, you know? Raoul Klein. Yeah, Klein is the best. Especially like the ones that I mentioned. They're multi-tools. They make great multi-tools. And of course, they make meters. They make a lot of electrical tools. They make everything you can think of. Giovanni, always try to look for specials on Home Depot or hardware stores. Yeah, you gotta love Home Depot for those sales that they got going on. Caesar chillers is part of the HVAC carrier. Do you work on chillers? I took a class. That's part of my program. But I know about chillers. I know how they work, and some of the things you have to do to them. But I've never got into that. I mean, that's a whole other thing. We do have a hospital account. We had more before, so there is areas where If I did that, I would probably work, on those chillers, but I got enough on my plate. I know those are not for the light-hearted. I don't want to make myself more stressed out than I am already. Handyman, please put a link in the video for icon or post to Instagram. I'll try and post something, but it's Harbor Freight, so that's the only place you're going to find it. Like I said, I did a video on it. Pretty sure it's just called the Icon Pliers. HVAC boss is in the house. The meter doesn't make the tech. Tech makes the meter. Give me a $50 meter and I'll get it done. Yeah. I had a basic LT16A for the longest time. I had a really old beat up. I don't even know what number it was. It was one that probably my dad had or something. And I used that for a while. You can use whatever, as long as it reads you voltage. And you can do things like check continuity or microfarads, you're good. I also did videos for Hvacr. That's another good one, like you bringing up the meters. If you don't have money to spend on a meter, like $200 to $400, Hvacr, I've done videos for them, and they have actually pretty decent meters, and they're under like $50. They're like $40. I think one is even $20. And on the cheaper end, like the $20 ones, those are the basic ones that just do what I said. They read voltage, continuity, microfarads. I think they read DC voltage too. Like very basic. Like you won't get phase rotation or on some of them you don't even get amps, but they do have an amp clamp meter, which would be like probably the $40 one, but Hvacr is a really good one if you just need a meter in a pinch. I've tested them out. I think I've only had 2 of them. I haven't tried their clamp meter, which is geared more for HVAC, but I tried some of their basic ones and they actually work well. Oh no, I tried 3, but they were just basic electrical meters, more for like electricians. But I have one that I use around the house. It's worked fine. I've used it several times. When I have to check outlets or different things. I've used them. I use one at work to check grounds and voltage and continuity. I think I even use one to check capacitors, and they work fine. So if you guys need a cheap meter, Hvacr is on Amazon. I do have videos on them, and there's different options. There's a whole bunch of things now that are out there, and I've had people troll me on my videos sometimes and say that those are Mickey Mouse or cheap tools and they're super biased, but I'm like, yeah, I have Fieldpiece, I have Klein, I have all this mix of stuff, but I really do a lot of these review videos for the guys that don't have that or don't have a chance to buy that kind of stuff. There are options. You don't have to buy the most expensive thing for everything, especially if you're just starting out, you're a helper, and you just want to have your tools so that you can get hired, because like having your tools or basic tools is a good thing when you're trying to look for a job and they see that you already have tools and you have the initiative to do all that. So I do a lot of these videos. Most of them are from Amazon, so you guys can see the different options that you have for pretty good tools, And I mean, 100% I would recommend Klein, Fieldpiece, all these bigger brands if you're looking for something that's going to last you your lifetime in the field. But not everybody has that luxury, so I totally understand that. I've had my tools stolen before. I went to Harbor Freight, just got some tools to get back to work the same day. It happened in the morning. I have several calls that I need to do, and this was a long time ago, but it's happened twice. Just get some tools and get back to work. It doesn't have to be a name brand everything. Sergio, love the idea of multis, but I hate when the black cushion gives loose. I don't think I've had any issues with the handles. If that's what you're talking about. The only one that the handle slipped off, and somebody told me that it happened to them too, was the Irwin. And I don't remember what they call them, but it's their version of these wrench pliers. The handles came off, and then somebody told me that they had the same issue. I have not had any issues with the handles on any of these. Oh, but if you're talking about... Well, you said black. So if you're talking about this, yeah, this one gave out. I've been meaning to talk to Klein. This, as I'm turning it, it can turn too. And that is so annoying. It doesn't happen all the time, but if there's a screw that is like torqued on there really bad, I mean, at that point you might want to get a drill anyway, but yeah, sometimes it goes with you. That's the only issue I've had with this. Somebody told me that their magnet fell out. I know a few people, I think, have said that. I have not had an issue with the magnet. And of course, Klein does warranty. I replaced one that rusted out under warranty, and they took it, and I got it replaced. This handle, I need to see. I don't think I've ever had that happen to me. I don't know. Has that happened to you guys? Like, that is annoying on this one, that the handle came loose and it's like kind of spinning on there. That's right. Give me an example. I want to pass this information to guys I go to school with because some of them are poor. Well, yeah, like I was talking about the Kuwait's ones. Those would fall under cheaper meters. Anwar, keep paving for the youth. Yeah, I had seen your question or your comment on the poll that I did. I'll get to it right now. The SC260. That's going to be the baby version of these field piece meters. Klein Tools clamp meter is good too. Yeah, there's a guy over on Instagram, Dave Elliott. I think he's sponsored by Klein, but he always shows off that stuff. And the Klein meter, there's a Subco meter too. They kind of look similar. Those meters are good too. I mean, they work. They're HVAC type meters, and you can get away with those. I don't know what the meter cost is. And where I had the Klein meter for the longest before I got a field piece meter as a gift from a customer. That is super awesome. I've only known field piece. I haven't tried anything, but like I said, the Kuwait's, I was sent out a few to try. But I've never tried another clamp meter from like the other companies out there. Just like field piece never failed me, so I kept using it. Give me a second, guys. All right. Klein meter CL220, $65 meter. Works very good. So you heard it from the boss man himself. Recommendation right there. Handyman, I'm not trolling you because I really want to learn this business from professionals like you. commercial, HVAC boss, and others here who follow you. No offense taken. Let's get it. Yeah, man, there's so many good channels on here. And if you go over on like Instagram and stuff, even TikTok, there's a bunch of guys that do really great content and they're trying to just share their knowledge. And that's how it should be, right? Teach the next guys, make sure that they're not making the mistakes that you made. We should just be out here to help each other out. Great information, everyone. Thanks. Oh, Sergio. Yes. Yeah. Okay. That's what it clicked after I realized which one had the black handle. Spinning handles. The individual drivers and screwdrivers don't spin. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like I was like, I don't remember any of these other ones doing that, but for some reason this multi-tool one just wants to spin. But if everybody else has that issue, I guess it's just the way they are. Raul, HVAC family. HVAC boss, is part 2 coming out of the field trip? Part 2 is too violent. The hell? Any self-employed company owners in here? HVAC boss wants to know. LED handyman, SoCal. If you know guys in college or in trade school, look up Vito Trade School Refurbished Bag Program. I received mine. Just happy to have a good bag for under $40. Wow, I didn't even know that. So yeah, guys, Aaron's saying if you're in college or trade school, check out the Vito Refurbished program. Get yourself a good Vito bag right there. He said he paid under $40 for his, so that's a damn good deal. And they're meant to last. I gave away my MB2 that was used, and I gave it away on Instagram. Still in great shape, even though I used it daily. So those bags are just meant to take a beating and do well in different weather and all that. But that's really cool, Aaron. Thanks for sharing that. Hopefully some of the guys in here can see that. And yeah, if you're in school, check out that program. Anwar, I was a life insurance agent before I got into the HVAC industry. This is the best industry I've been in, or I've been a part of so far. Yeah, I love HVAC. It's the king of the trades. It's, we do everything here. We do plumbing, a little electrical, and then HVAC. There's a whole bunch of other things that we do. Did not know that. Really sweet. Yeah, I didn't know that either. So thanks again, Aaron. Oh, handyman, you're a new owner, just started on your own, and you have your friend mentoring you. Well, that's really cool. It's always good to know people. That's another thing. Like, just if you're in the trade, make friends. You shouldn't see other guys as competition or anything like that. Everybody should help everybody. If you have questions, hopefully you have somebody that you can talk to. And that goes all the way to like the supply house, whoever you buy stuff from, any contact that you make, other plumbers, other electricians, make or network and make those connections, have them in your pocket for when you need them. If you need to just ask questions, anything like that. I love HVAC because it's like a mix of things. and we just have to deal with so much. And it's personally, I love it. I think it's the greatest trade. No offense to any other tradesman. Um, but yeah, HVAC, great trade. Sergio, been a tech for years. Just opened my own company. I'm busy. It's going well. I try to stay ahead on paperwork. That's awesome. I wasn't sure how many guys started their own business. I know I get that question a lot. How to start, um, like what to expect and different things. So that's cool. Uh, what we you just opened yours. It's busy, and that's what I tell people. When you start in HVAC, it might not always be. You're not gonna just be successful overnight, but you'll always have work. So, like when they ask me why did I get into it or why to get into it, specifically, I do restaurant refrigeration with some HVAC. People always need air conditioning and heating in some places just to survive, right? Product as far as like food and different things like that need refrigeration. So without HVAC, none of this would be possible. You know, there's techs that need to fix things, install things, change out stuff. So I think HVAC is up there as one of the more important trades, and you're always going to be busy. It's just a fact. VP Jackson AC, awesome job. Keep up the hard work. Thanks. Appreciate it, man. Trying to help out any way I can. I don't think of myself as anything special, but I keep posting just because of the support. You know, all your comments really mean a lot. Chatting with you guys means a lot. You guys watching my videos and all that, supporting the channel. We made it to 5K, so I'm super happy about that. Handyman, I did my first leak repair last week. Changed from R22 to 410. What did you work on? Well, I'm assuming you're doing AC. So is it like a residential call or commercial? And did you repair it and convert it? Normally we just change out R22, like the system. Aaron, I received my MB3. It was a new one. Very new. I mean, very surprised to receive new. Contacted Vito. They said someone sent new ones. There's a military program as well. That is so awesome, dude. I'm glad you got that one new. Refrigeration is king of the trades, Anwar. Yeah, you better believe it. Refrigeration king. Let's slow down there, partner. What happened at the Fresno Fair? I am out of the loop. I don't know what's going on over here. Sergio, it was slow start, but you do good work, and word gets out. I get lots of work just showing up when I say I'll be there. It's simple, and I mean it sounds maybe too simple, but that's what works. That's exactly what we do. So when we started, we had a hospital account. I think that was mostly it, and some restaurant, maybe a couple of restaurants, but dude, I missed something on your live. The one time I don't watch it. All right. That's how we started. So then, yeah, like word of mouth, like they'll recommend other people to you or you to other people. Same thing with the restaurants. They'll recommend you if they ever need anything. Like I said, if you make friends with the plumbers, electricians, anything like that, if they ever need HVAC work or somebody asks them at whatever location they're at, then they can recommend you too. So it's all about word of mouth. We never did commercials, billboards, anything like that. And then showing up when you say, right? So we were always doing same day calls. We try to do same day repairs, and we don't like to lie to them or make anything complicated. So like either we're there that day, or if it's too late, somebody will see you in the morning. Like, keep it simple, and don't like mess around. Like, stay consistent and make sure you're not giving them a reason to talk bad about you. Because then, like, I've gone to places and they're like, yeah, we've called this company so many times, and they said they're gonna come out and they never do, or they don't show up till like a week later or something. And a lot of times, like us, it's restaurants, they need the stuff done right away. So they can't be with freezers or anything like that down for more than a day. So we try to give them a realistic time frame, and we try to stick to it, and we really try to be out there the same day, even if it's just to go look at it. If it's not like a super important call, go look at it, tell them we'll take care of it the next day or something like that, or see what it needs, make a list, just make an effort. Robert, do you guys service in Corpus or only RGV? Currently only RGV. So then that for us goes from SPI, so from the island, to I think the farthest we go is Roma. So we do some work outside of our area for certain customers. It just depends. We used to do Corpus, and we used to do places like Ports Manfield. We used to do Del Rio. We got pulled back into that one, but that's kind of like an emergency thing, because apparently there's not any good techs out there, and if they want something fixed, we have to go out there for certain things. So currently, Del Rios are only like out of area calls right now, but they're not super often. They give their local techs a chance first, and if they can't fix it, then they'll call us out there. But that's for a really good customer of ours, a fast food chain. We already take care of like 20 stores for them. Guy was trying to test my gangster. Can't believe that happened on live. What did I miss? Fighting at the fair. Anwar, your work speaks for itself. That's the best thing you can do. Just make sure even if nobody's watching, if nobody goes after you to go look, make sure you do the best work you can. I mean, there's always going to be somebody that ends up seeing it. And if you do a hack of a job, they're going to just snitch on you and tell somebody, hey, the previous guy, look at what he did. He didn't do this or that or whatever. So just treat it like if somebody's watching over your shoulder, make sure you do it right. I will say that doing this whole YouTube thing has kind of made me more self-aware, and I'm harder on myself now. And but it's a good thing. Like, I'm trying to do my best work no matter what. If I make mistakes, I make mistakes. It's all on video now, but it's whatever. Giovanni, be professional. That's the only way you're gonna get or like survive in the field. So be professional. Make sure you treat your customers right. Now, you being the owner, the boss, whatever, at least you have the right to fire your customers. So that's always a cool thing. Be professional. If they're not being professional, just drop them. I will say trying to keep customers happy that are not necessarily good customers is not always a good thing. So once you have that luxury, of course, it's not going to happen right away. You have the right to also fire your customers. So don't think of it one way. I know you're always trying to please them and whatnot, but we've had to let go of a lot of customers just because of the headaches they cause us and different things. Sometimes you'll end up losing money. It's not worth it. So make sure if you do have a business, pick and choose your customers, and make sure you're doing your best work. Angel is the man, bro. Robert, do you have anyone you recommend to install a 100-gallon water heater in Corpus? I can't think of anybody off the top of my head. We don't deal with water heaters, but if I do, I'll let you know. Anwar, not all biz is good biz. Got that right. Customers, most of the time, they'll think that you need them when you really don't. There's more work around the corner. They're just wasting your time if they're not willing to agree to your terms. You know, the price is the price. The time frame is the time that we can do it in. All that stuff. If you're reasonable and they still don't care and they want to throw a fit, it's not worth it. HVAC boss, would love to go live with you, and the topic would be how to grow a business and how to get it. Yeah, I've thought about that. Obviously, if we do one together, it would be business related. So let me figure that out. I think I have to use a different program. What are we? Maybe within the next couple of weeks, we can do something. And yeah, if you guys want HVAC boss on here, Angel, we can do a business type stream. I actually had quite a few of them in here today, so they are here. So I'll figure out what I'm gonna do, and then maybe we'll do it within the next couple weeks. Handyman, this repair was for my sister-in-law, and I couldn't guarantee my work if she did not fix a leak because she only had 4 pounds in a 9-pound system. Yikes. Yeah, some customers, I mean, that just makes me think about some customers, like, they want, like, sometimes they want the weirdest things done, and it's like, well, I can't guarantee it, you know, like, but you got to make sure, well, if you're doing any work for other people that you don't know necessarily, make sure you have as much as you can in writing. If it's contracts, make sure you have everything you want in that contract. When you do your invoices, make sure you're detailed on what you did, what you found, what the customer may or may not have approved for you to do. Always give them the option, but make sure you write it down. Just so you cover yourself, make sure that it doesn't come back and be like, well, he didn't do this or he didn't do that. Well, no, you told me not to do this. I have it here. You signed off on it. I did what you wanted me to do, because sometimes I can recommend and I can want to do like the most, like I can rip out a system or the guts of a system and be like, we need all this stuff new. But if the customer can't pay or they don't want to, all right, let's do the bare necessities, but I'm recommending all this other stuff and I will write it down in my invoice. So just make sure that you take care of or watch yourself on those things. And yeah, I've had those experiences with customers, so you never know. All right, guys, we are at a little over an hour. Make sure to drop a like. I'd appreciate if you did so on your way out or on right now. Am I buffering? Okay. Yeah, please drop a like. I think I caught up here. Next week, guys, we'll see if I can bring back the rooster. Oh, I don't think Richie even mentioned it this week. I have an Elitech video coming out this week, so if you guys see that on the weekend, please drop a like. Help that video out. Next week, though, I have a review also. And I think I'm going to leave the intro without music. And you guys will hear the roosters clearly in that video. Good live. Like always, appreciate it. I'm trying to... I'm just trying to do a decent job out here. So I appreciate that. I appreciate all the comments, all the support. Anwar, good night, everyone. Appreciate the channel, bro. I appreciate you watching, being here. Thanks for participating in the live stream. If you guys are still here, you've already watched it all the way through. But this is also on a podcast. Check out my podcast on all platforms. Just search Reliable HVACR. There was a couple other questions, but I think we got to most of them about, the young guys coming in, tools, how to start a business. I think there was one other question. No, but we covered it about helping each other. So yeah, I think we're good. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. If not, I will probably sign out in a minute. Go catch the rest of the game. Yeah, it just started. Okay. I think that was it. I'll try and get HVAC Boss on here. Maybe in a week. We'll see. But yeah, I think that was it. So appreciate everybody here. Go check out some videos that I'm going to post this weekend. And yeah, take care. See you guys.